Hello and welcome back to Inside the Apex, our F1 podcast. I forgot, what is this, episode 6, 7?
Should be 6, yeah.
6. Thanks for reminding me. I'm Robin as always, and I'm joined by Corey, Sid, Matt again.
Hello.
Thanks for coming back for another week. And it was Las Vegas, the last race, and honestly, it wasn't as bad as we thought it would be. I mean, initial impressions, guys.
I think we've maybe judged it a little bit harshly as a track, but I think the vibe before the race, I think we judged quite accurately.
That is funny how, we can get into that, all that. I don't even know how to describe all that just chaos that was happening. The race hadn't even started. We hadn't even had qualifying, free practice, and, what even happened? Did someone go over before Sainz, or Sainz just ran over the pothole and his car got demolished?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was the first running for these F1 cars, and they run so low to the ground that I think Esteban Ocon went over that drainage cover first, and he made that seal loose. And then Carlos Sainz, the unlucky guy he was, he took the same line, which wasn't even the racing line, I think. And he was just trying to get some rubber or cool the tires. And he went over it, and you could hear it, like evidently you could hear that thud. And obviously we knew something was wrong then and there, and then they had to red flag it. And
red flag, the free practice over, and I'm pretty sure didn't they ask like fans to leave, and they couldn't join for the next free practice. So then the next free practice there weren't even any fans in the stands, and then Sainz even got a penalty for it. I mean, not a great start, not a good look for Las Vegas.
It's like they were telling fans that FP2 would start soon for hours and hours, and then they were just like, actually you can't be here at 2 a.m.
Imagine paying God knows how much for a ticket.
It's like 2K.
And then you go there. Okay, red flag, it happens, and then, you have to leave now, actually. All that money you spent, you saw maybe, I don't know how many minutes of...
9 minutes, I'm pretty sure.
9 minutes of racing, and, time to go home, guys.
Hey, but in their defense, they did get a $200 gift voucher in the gift shop. That, for me, seals
Wait, is that serious?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And
That's
F1
crazy.
has a lawsuit now.
Oh, man.
It was hilarious.
Not the best start for Las Vegas. It made for good, bad publicity, I guess.
It was funny to watch.
It was
from a far distance.
Yes.
Yeah, and also they had to check every single pothole. There were so many, and just all the pictures. Not the best start, but looking at the actual race, it was pretty exciting.
I thought it was pretty good.
It was pretty exciting.
I liked it.
This is sort of thing, I don't want it to be a recurring race, but the race itself wasn't, it was exciting.
Yeah.
Because, you have tracks that, aren't your favorite or aren't as good, but you might have, 1 year it is exciting because there's a crash, or, someone has a penalty, or the pole sitter, hits a wall or something. But, I don't think next year it's going to be as good. I think it's just going to be like, So, I'm not sure if it's, is it for next year, Las Vegas?
They signed like a multi-year deal.
Yeah, like
sure.
a 10-year contract.
I mean,
as they were like
10 of these.
as they were like welding down the things that they hadn't apparently considered they might need to weld down. I was like, 10 years of this.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of, so many things went wrong before the race. We
Exactly.
needed the race to have
Yeah.
some sort of resemblance of an F1 Grand Prix. But it was pretty good. I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, we can actually. Okay, this is what I want to say. The stat. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay, before we get into quali. Okay, so guess what driver? Well, it's not even that hard to guess. But basically, this driver, this season, he's got 4 pole positions, but he's only led 27 laps.
God.
That's got to be Charles Leclerc.
Yeah, it's
Charles
and obviously
Leclerc.
and then this race it's his 5th pole position.
Oh god.
So before this race, he's only led 27 laps with 4 pole. I mean, how, Brad?
Yeah. Can I give you another stat?
Please do.
He is matched with Niki Lauda for 23 pole positions with
No, he's
for
not.
for
Yeah.
Ferrari, the
And-
second highest ever in
And
Ferrari,
he's got,
and he doesn't have a world championship yet.
and I think this is also a record. He's got 11 poles in a row without a win. So
Gee.
Oh my
And again, I just
Imagine
don't
having
think it's
11
his
poles
fault.
and none of those converts into a win. That
He
is
must be so
bad.
bored of them pole position little tyres that they
Yeah.
give you.
Yeah.
Well, obviously I just spoiled it, but Leclerc got pole, right?
He
I
did.
mean, he
must-
I don't think it's spoilers
Right,
on the
right,
debrief podcast we do.
Yeah.
The recap and people don't know what happened. So
Spoilers for the race last weekend.
yeah. So qualifying, obviously Leclerc with the pole, and we knew this, but it was the first time I was watching it, and the straight is long.
Yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
straight is
Oh, yeah.
long, guys.
Long straight.
Yeah, I mean, because it starts like on a slight curve, right? So it's like
Yeah.
Mm.
it's even extended a bit more. So
Yeah.
this is a long straight, and even looking at the like the map where you can see the top down, it just looks weird. Like you have
It does,
another
yeah.
straight then after.
Yeah.
It's a weird track.
It looks like an upside down pig.
Yeah.
Have you seen that meme? That
It's like
meme
with
is-
like
Right.
I
Homer
haven't seen
Simpson
that.
holding
Homer
the pig on the
Simpson,
ceiling.
yeah. It always cracks me up. That, yeah.
And because obviously I think this happens a lot with new tracks. I think I remember this with the French Grand Prix as well. I'm pretty certain where you see in Q1 the drivers a lot of the time they just keep going around, keep making laps because of the track evolution, because it's a new you got to get more rubber on it,
Yeah.
and so you just see that the time's just getting quicker and quicker, and you just saw that in Q1. I think a lot of the drivers were just feeling it out, and lap after lap they were just getting quicker. So I think that was just the main thing starting off with qualifying. And
Mhm.
a big thing, thank God I wrote this down, both McLarens were out. Were they out
Yeah.
in Q1?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, both
what
out.
happened?
They were.
what
Yeah.
happened?
I mean, they knew this race wasn't going to be their strong suit, but they didn't expect. I mean, I think they didn't expect it to be this bad.
Yeah.
I mean, I was not expecting it to be that
Exactly, because Piastri was, I think, third in FP3
Mm.
or second
Mhm.
or something like that. And I thought
Yeah.
that I at least one of the McLarens could get into Q3, but
Yeah, I mean, I know I woke up and checked the results and was like, what?
bad. Yeah, I bet. Imagine if you don't watch qualifying, you see
Yeah.
both McLarens
Well,
out. You're
yeah.
like, damn. Okay,
Yeah, but then the other
No.
two shocks was it Hamilton out Q2,
Yeah, yeah,
Perez
yeah.
out
Perez,
Q2, and
Perez.
then
yeah,
Q2.
Hamilton out.
I mean,
And
Perez out
Perez.
Q2 is not a shock anymore to me,
Well,
guys. I
yeah.
don't know what to say.
He said in the interview, he said we were lucky to get out of Q1. I was
Yeah.
like, bro, get this guy off the mic. You're in the
But
fastest
do you
car.
mean you're lucky to get out of Q1?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I can't believe this guy just said that. What,
Mm.
you're lucky to get out of Q1. You have the fastest car on the grid. Get,
By
Max
a
is,
lot.
Max is fighting for pole, and you
Yeah.
can't get out of Q1. What are you trying to tell me right now?
Ooh, P17 closed there, guys. Whoa.
Like, I couldn't believe he said that. And obviously, Hamilton not having the best
Yeah.
time either. And
I think Hamilton was more about the mood, except racing in Las Vegas.
Mhm.
yeah, he was
Um,
loving it.
Yeah, but that was disappointing for Q2. And then
I think like that Mercedes is bad on the straights though, so I
Oh,
think
yeah.
it's
Yeah.
sort of
They have no
expected that they
straight
were going
line
to be
speed.
awful.
Yeah, and then Q3. Oh yeah, I saw this as well. I mentioned the straight, and I don't know. There's this corner 12, where
Mhm.
it like juts out slightly when
Yeah.
so it's like a 90-degree left turn,
Yeah.
and the corner like juts out, and I knew either in the race or someone would mess up here or something, because the way this corner's designed, if you
Mm.
mess up, if you lock up,
Oh yeah.
then you're either gonna hit something or you won't be able to make to go round that corner pretty much.
Yeah.
And we saw that in the race. We'll get into it, but
Yeah. But speaking of Q3 first, both the Williams.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
Oh,
six-
yeah.
we said
Yeah.
I think we did predict that last week though, that they would both
Yeah.
be pretty good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Williams obviously
they
straight
did
line
great.
speed. Yeah,
Yeah.
but Logan Sargent, fair
Mm.
play.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mm.
Wow, I did not expect that.
I quite enjoy it when someone that we kind of consistently don't on does quite well.
Yeah.
Little underdog. I
I was
like
like,
it.
okay.
Speaking of, we need to get to Stroll in the race. But
And Ferrari got a 1-2,
yeah.
which is
Mm.
that's kind of insane, and it's such a shame that Sainz got that penalty, because I was thinking this in the race. Imagine if Sainz was second, sort of like a bodyguard kind of to Leclerc. Leclerc
Yeah.
might have won this race.
Exactly.
Well,
Maybe.
yeah. Well, he
Leclerc
nearly
had-
won it anyway. Like,
Leclerc
if
had
not,
outright pace.
Leclerc
Yeah.
and in the race as well. It was so. He was
Yeah.
in between both the Red Bulls. I was like, "Where's Sainz when you need him?" It's like if
Uh.
only he had a wingman or Sainz there to help him on that start. And
yeah, just because if Max hadn't got him on the start,
exactly.
it could have been very
exactly,
different.
and we can get into the race and into the start. And
Mhm.
Max, classic, just
I mean, it wasn't as straightforward as you wanted it to be.
Oh,
No,
I
no.
remember this vividly. Oh my god, I didn't like this. I like Max and I like the way he races, but this move I didn't like.
yeah, the start.
He-
right?
So
Hmm.
he does what? Yeah, the start. So he does what a lot of drivers do on a corner, where if you have the inside, you can just push the driver out, which everyone does, and that's fair. But so he pushes Leclerc out, and then he doesn't even care about his own car, so he just goes off as
Yeah,
well.
he
I'm
goes
like,
off
oh
as
my,
well.
and then he just takes first. I'm like, bruh, come
Yeah.
on.
I say-
can't
I say-
justify that.
I say this as a noted hater, but that is my least favorite thing about the way Max races. He just doesn't care about the other car.
yeah.
He's like, but it's like when he had the big championship battles with Hamilton,
Yeah.
is you were
Mhm.
watching him and they crashed so much more because
Yeah.
Max just
Yeah.
didn't really care.
yeah.
And it's like, oh, please stop it. It's
And you
so
saw
annoying.
it come back a
Mhm.
bit, and
Yeah, we haven't seen this a lot this year or even last year.
No one's
from
been
him.
fighting him.
That's
Yeah,
true.
he's been like
Okay.
20
Yeah.
seconds ahead
Fair
each
enough,
race.
yeah, but
That is why we haven't seen it.
yeah, yeah. I couldn't even justify that. It was just plain wrong
Yeah.
in the first corner.
Oh, he did
Yeah.
get penalised, 5-second
He
penalty.
did.
yeah,
Yeah.
whoopsie
Yeah.
bloody do, 5-second penalty.
Yeah.
Like,
He even
I-
said, he even said on the radios, like,
Yeah,
send
yeah.
them my regards.
Yeah.
yeah, like he's literally like, who cares? And I hate this as well, where well, I guess I don't know, sort of. I guess I can see what we'll see what your guys' opinion about this is, but I hate when either a driver, makes an illegal overtake, maybe a bit like this, or maybe a bit more blatant, and then they don't give the position back, and then you have to wait for the stewards to like decide if it's a penalty or not. Like, oh,
Yeah.
we'll like the guy who overtakes is like, oh, I'll just chance it. Maybe I get a penalty, maybe I won't. I don't know if I like that. I feel like they should be like, oh, you have to give the position back or
Yeah.
something.
Exactly.
Because also, like, a 5-second penalty compared to being behind another car
Exactly.
is very different.
Thank you brought that up. He gets first. Oh, so then now he can just pull away. So it's like,
Yeah,
you know.
like if there was a car in front of you that you did not overtake, you would not be pulling away. and, like,
Exactly.
Exactly,
And then
yeah. I mean,
you'd
Leclerc said that as well. He should have given me the place back instead of waiting for a 5-second penalty,
Mm.
which I thought was right, which exactly what should have happened.
Mm.
But obviously it didn't. And I think, yeah, I mean, if I put myself in Max's shoes, which I can't, but what he must have thought was it was first lap, first corner. The incident could be, deemed as not
Yeah.
that serious.
I get
Mm.
that it could be seen as a racing incident, but I feel like it wasn't. It wasn't like the chaos of the first corner. It
True.
was like this is an intentional overtake where you intentionally shove someone off the
So
track.
it's not
Yeah.
like he locked up or anything.
Yeah, like
Mhm.
And another reason why I hate the way they do that penalty is because obviously he took the lead, and then they wait like however many laps, so he's already pulled ahead a bit,
mm,
and then they give 5 seconds. Like, well, he's already gained 2 seconds, and then you're just giving him 5 seconds. It's like,
yeah.
well, where's like
Like,
it's sort of not fair.
I feel like it should be a longer penalty. Like 5 seconds feels like
especially if you're taking like however many laps to decide on this.
yeah,
Like you should either say, okay, you were clearly off track,
like
and
give it
you
back.
clearly gain advantage. You have to give it back.
Exactly.
You know.
I mean, we saw the same thing in Abu Dhabi 2021, where Hamilton and Verstappen
Oh, yeah.
came
Mhm.
together, I think half a lap in,
Mm.
and,
And he gave
Hamilton
it-
didn't give the place back,
Oh,
but
yeah.
he gave the necessary space required to Verstappen or something like that. But yeah, it's just all really, it's just up to the stewards, and it depends race on race.
That's the thing is there's like zero consistency on it. It's
Exactly,
always
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
ugh.
Well, there was quite a lot of like other spins and crashes behind them, so
Hmm.
maybe it did
That's
take
true.
them longer to decide.
That's
True,
true. The
that's true.
chaos, the chaos did not end with the first two
Oh,
drivers.
yeah.
yeah.
I remember I was looking so intently on that Max Leclerc
Yeah.
thing. I saw the replay and Alonso just like slowly spin and
Yeah.
didn't hit anyone or something. I was like, how what's going on?
Okay, Alonso.
I thought that was
guess.
He hit
hilarious.
someone after he spun, not while the spin, after he spun.
And I mean, I think that spin showed like, wasn't it really cold? And
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
it's just
tires not
I
warmed
think it
up.
was just
Exactly.
really like sort of on ice kind of.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
You know, if you make one little mistake, you lose the rear end or,
Mhm.
or something, and you know, you spin.
Yeah,
And that's exactly what happened. I
Yeah.
think the start was just
yeah, and
Like
even
that.
You could
even
definitely see
Sainz-
how cold the tire, like
Mm,
how
yeah,
the tires were.
definitely.
Yeah, and even Sainz couldn't stop to make the first
Mm.
corner, so he hit
Mm.
the rear left of Hamilton. I
Oh
think.
yeah. I remember that.
Yeah, he did
Mm.
that.
And they both had to pit or
yeah,
something like
Yeah,
that.
he spun, and
Well,
that was first
didn't
lap.
that chaos like bring out safety car as well?
It did.
Yeah.
Yes, that was
Yes,
a safety car.
our
And then
first
not
safety
even
car.
like 2 laps later, Norris just decides to bin it into a wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What was that about?
Yeah. Speaking of, so
Fun use of the word decides there.
yeah.
He
I mean-
intentionally.
Yeah, so I was watching the debrief from McLaren, and they said there was a bump on the racetrack,
No.
and that caused that crash.
Bro, that
Right.
looks so
So-
wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, another racetrack issue, and
Yeah.
I think McLaren is filing a petition to smoothen it out for next year's race.
Yeah. I mean, I get that like it's a street circuit, so it's never going to be perfect. But if there's a bump that's sending someone into a wild crash,
Exactly.
I just moved around
Yeah,
so
I
much.
think we need to look at that, right?
Yeah.
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 But yeah, it was. I mean, it looked like a pretty dramatic crash.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah,
it was
he
a big
spun-
one.
He spun, hit the wall, and then just slid all his way into the Armco barrier. But
Mm.
Yeah, and that sort of like ends McLaren's weekend, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just
What
yeah,
happened
a
to
bad.
Piastri? I've forgotten.
I think he got a puncher and
he-
then he just
Ah.
fell down the order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then Piastri was out of the points, and so a weekend to forget, I'd say,
Mm.
for McLaren.
I think Piastri finished 10th, so he
Oh.
got a point.
One singular
One
point.
singular point.
Wow.
Could have got more though.
Yeah,
he just got
Yeah.
unlucky.
definitely. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He did finish 10th. Okay.
Yeah,
But still.
Still,
I'd say
I think when
from the last couple of weeks, podiums.
Yeah.
Still.
yeah, not a great run.
Not
for them.
exactly what.
yeah, sprint race win to 1 point is not really the vibe. I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So not exactly the weekend McLaren's looking for. So
Mhm.
I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter too much as long as they don't mess up the next race. They're fourth in the constructors. They're not catching Ferrari. Aston Martin are behind them, 11 points. But realistically, I don't think Aston Martin are gonna beat them. Maybe, but probably
Yeah,
not. So
unless-
they got fourth in the end in constructors. So
Yeah.
I mean,
Unless
Good
Aston
little-
Martin decides to like win a race.
true.
Yeah.
Lance Stroll, Abu Dhabi winner. You heard it here first,
Oh,
guys.
wow. Yes. I mean, but speaking of, Aston Martin did heavily outscore McLaren this race,
Mm.
with Lance Stroll finishing 5th.
He
Yeah.
does it
Yeah.
sometimes. Sometimes he's like, oh wait, I do actually
I
know how
rem-
to drive an F1 car.
Yeah.
And you're
Yeah.
like, okay,
Sometimes
Lance.
he remembers how to drive, and yeah,
He's had some like good drives in his career that just like not.
that's true.
Yeah, I mean, he did
What was that,
dominate
M-
F3, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
you'd expect him to be half good.
And I just remember ages
Very good
ago.
car.
What was that? That was him in. Nah, I can't remember where.
2017 Williams, he got on the podium.
Yeah.
in
yeah.
Baku, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
that one Turkey
Where
race,
Bottas-
the wet Turkey where he
Oh,
got
wet
pole.
Turkey, he got pole.
Oh,
Yeah.
that
and where
race-
Bottas like took second from him or something.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
got
that
third.
was
Yeah.
Was that one?
that was Baku, yeah, 2017.
Oh
Wait,
yeah.
He's had
Yeah,
his
yeah,
moments.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
He-
just
he
few and
has.
far between.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and he's so easy to dunk on because it's his dad's team. Like,
yeah. hmm And speaking of another underrated driver, Esteban Ocon, 4th.
yeah.
From P17, I
From
believe.
P7.
What a
Yeah, something
guy.
like that, yeah.
Yeah, that was
He's another
impressive.
guy who
This-
like
Yeah.
has like a few like very good races in his career.
yeah.
I mean, probably more than Lance. No offense, Lance, but you know what I mean.
No, all offense.
I don't know the guy. He might be nice.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of quiet drivers, or
Mm.
sort of maybe sometimes they have a good race,
Yeah.
a lot of the times they don't.
They're
And
midfield
I
drivers.
think we didn't focus on all of these drivers because we were so invested in what was happening in the top 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we
Near
actually
the
had a
end.
top 3 race.
Yeah,
for once.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, Leclerc actually made it exciting.
We could
Yeah.
actually see Max in the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I was getting a bit confused when I was watching because when all the pit stops happen, a lot of some people were staying out on, some people started hard, I think Hamilton, but then he got
Mm.
that puncture, so it sort of ruined his race
Mm.
or his strategy rather. And then, I was like, who's where, like what's
Yeah.
the like net actual, who's actually, like
You know,
4th, 5th, 6th, because it's all a bit jumbled up and.
Yeah.
do you remember when you like first started watching F1 and the pit cycle just baffled
That's
your
what I was.
brain?
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I was like, wait, how long have I been watching F1
Yeah.
for? I don't know what's going
what
on.
Things, stuff.
Nicholas
think-
Latifi is leading.
But I think it just showed. You'd have to get, and also with the safety cars, you needed a bit of luck here because depending on where you come out in the traffic, especially if you're in the top, let's say 5 or so,
Mhm.
if you're stuck behind some other cars, then it might, you lose a lot of time. And
Mm.
I mean, you saw this a lot. I think, Sainz was low down for a while, and then he
Yeah.
had that one safety car, and then, he finally gained a lot of places.
Yeah.
And it just, and the same with Perez. Perez, you saw this. Perez, he was waiting for this. He was on
Yeah.
he didn't pit for like, ages,
Mhm.
and then a safety car came out, and he gained perfectly from that. He
Exactly.
went into the pits.
Perez was leading at some point.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then he was fighting with Leclerc,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, and what I was saying, there was this like train with Russell, Alonso, and Max when Max pitted, and he was behind them both, and you just gained a lot of time, and you had to. It was just.
And that safety car around the pit window was basically the reason Charles couldn't
Yeah.
make that win
Yeah.
work,
Mhm.
which is a shame.
Yeah.
What caused that safety car? Wasn't it the Max and Russell crash?
I think so. It
Yes,
was
yeah,
debris.
it was.
Oh yeah. He
yeah.
Max-
Max's
damn
side, like so much debris came off.
Yeah, and he lost the end plate for his front wing, and Russell obviously apologized. He said it was obviously
Mm.
his fault because he couldn't see it. And he then again he threw shade at Max and saying that no driver would actually attempt an overtake there, but then Max went for it. So
Hey, when he's right, he's right.
okay.
No,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that caused a lot of debris, obviously.
Yeah,
safety
and-
car. And
Yeah,
then
it
Max
was-
kind of like went his way. He overtook everyone, and then Perez and Leclerc were just like fighting it out.
Mm.
Yeah, it was weird. I remember I wrote this down where this was when Max was 5th and Perez was 2nd.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how does Max win this? I was like, Perez is 2nd. Surely shouldn't Perez win this one? You know, if you think about it, Perez hasn't looked slow this race.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, Max actually wins this one? I was like, this is... I don't know. What's
I mean,
going to
but to
happen?
be fair, I don't think there were any team orders at Red Bull.
No.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't think Red Bull needs team orders.
Yeah.
And it's-
That's right. Even if they said something to Max, he won't do it. So.
and also, Red Bull, you've won the championship by how much? Shut
Yeah,
up.
exactly.
Yeah,
Max
yeah.
Verstappen could be a constructor and still win the
Yeah.
constructors championship.
Like,
Yeah.
if they were like, Perez, move aside, we need Max to win this, Perez would just be like, no, you don't. Since when?
Yeah, especially after Max criticized the Vegas GP so much,
Mm.
and
Yeah.
then
I saw a meme.
Yeah.
It was so
Yeah.
funny where he trashed it the whole weekend, and then he won, and he was like, singing.
yeah, I saw the tweet as well. In FP1, he said I would tear the whole place down, and then at the end of the race, he's like Vegas, baby.
yeah. It was so funny.
And
It's
then
funny,
he says he's like excited for next year's race as well. It's like
Yeah.
complete flip of the head.
Yep,
It's
Mhm.
funny what a race win will do.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
Maybe
true.
I just need a race win, guys.
Maybe if we get a race win, our assignments won't be so bad.
A race
Exactly,
win
yeah.
would be crazy right about now. Yeah, but this is what. Yeah. And
Yeah, I
then-
mean, obviously, that Leclerc overtake on Perez at the last lap.
Oh
Mm.
my! I couldn't
Yeah,
believe.
another drag.
I was
drag
watching it and
sprint
I
to the finish.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't believe it. I was like, no. I was like, okay, the laps are going down. I was like,
Mhm.
okay, wait, this is the last chance. It was literally the last chance, pretty
It was,
much.
yeah.
And I was like, wait, this is kind of crazy, And he just went for it and made it stick, and a great overtake.
Mm.
And just a shame. I was like, we say this on every race. Imagine if Max wasn't there. Imagine that was for the win. Imagine imagine that was for the win.
Imagine,
Yeah.
That would have been.
It's such a
Insane.
shame the
That
safety car
would-
happened because Charles was on form today.
Yeah,
like,
Charles had
it-
a great
today.
weekend and
Today.
a great race,
Today, yeah.
Mm.
which
yeah.
you see. You don't see too often where Charles has a good qualifying and then his car. Does actually perform.
works in the
Mm.
race. Yeah.
He had great race pace and
Mhm.
he 100% could have won this race. Just unfortunate things with signs and also
Just a safety car. It's
a
just
lot
bad
of a lot of
timing.
things happened in the race. A lot of
Speaking
safety cars.
I think what helped Ferrari was the low the low temperature in
Mm.
the air. I mean, obviously, like we were saying last time, it wasn't 4 degrees, but it was still pretty cold, which I think helped the Ferrari
Yeah.
save tire deg. So
Oh, the
Mm.
way they were all slip sliding coming out the pits made me
Oh, yeah.
laugh so
Oh
hard.
yeah,
Like, not
yeah.
laugh because it's like, but
Yeah.
it looks funny when they're all wiggling
Mhm.
around.
Yeah.
Technical terms, that.
technical terms, yeah.
I know technical terms.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I'm good at F1.
Yeah,
wiggle, wiggle.
but yeah, I would say it wasn't a bad race. People are
Mm.
calling it the Baku of the night. So
Yeah.
I don't know,
It's
I
not
don't
up with Baku, but
I don't know
it's
if you
certainly
would go
okay.
that far.
No.
But yeah,
I mean, I get it has the long straight, but Baku
Mm.
is like too
yeah.
chaos.
Baku's fun because you have the long straight and then you have those two 90-degree corners.
Yeah.
I don't
And
know.
the castle section.
Yeah, like the castle section.
Yeah,
like,
and you have
it.
the castle section, which is like
Yeah.
sort of that more technical
Mhm.
sort of side.
Yeah.
And Vegas just has the big sphere.
Yeah.
I
Vegas-
do like that sphere, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that
it's
sphere
not part of
is-
the race.
Vegas
actually.
has that guy just watching them.
And I love how they said that they would not display any, I think, red, yellow, and blue.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they
on the
showed blue and
sphere,
yellow.
And yeah,
Blue, yellow, and
the
red.
whole
It
sphere
was
was
the
just
Chrome
bright
logo.
yellow.
Wait, why did they say they weren't gonna show
Oh,
the
Oh,
so
because
colours?
that-
red flags,
flags.
yellow flags,
Oh,
blue
Yeah,
flags.
so that the drivers don't get distracted.
They
Yeah.
also obviously couldn't show black with just like an orange circle on it. Don't confuse them.
Yeah.
The drivers are silly. They
Yeah.
don't know the difference between a flag and
Flag.
a giant sphere in the
and a
air.
$2 billion sphere.
And it's like you're not looking at that. You're looking,
Mhm.
you're a bit tunnel vision on the
Mhm.
track, and then
Mm.
you see whatever. Anyways,
Yeah.
yeah. So overall, the race was enjoyable. I
Yeah.
get the
Yeah.
race itself.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously it was fun to see sort of all the shit happening pretty much like before.
Yeah, but I think like
but you
it's
don't.
fun to see, but it does make you hate F1 a little bit, you know?
Or like the
Uh,
logistics around it, or some
Yeah.
Exactly.
It did
sort
feel
of-
very bad for the fans.
organizers. Oh, it was terrible for fans going there.
Mm.
Definitely.
Yeah,
So
Yeah.
100%.
I don't want it to be a permanent mainstay, especially if we're having 3 USA Grand
Yeah.
Prix.
Yeah.
You know what? Though?
Get rid of
just
Miami.
get rid of Miami. Yeah, I was about to say that. It's just not good enough.
Yeah, Cota's. We just
Let's keep Kota.
yeah.
She's
that's
my
all we
bestie.
need.
Kota
And-
Kota is the best.
Yeah, I mean, is it a week break now?
No,
Or-
No, it's this
Abu Dhabi is
weekend.
this
This
Abu Dhabi.
weekend, Abu Dhabi. I mean,
Final
it's,
race.
it's a race.
I mean, the
Um,
only, the only thing worth coming out of that race is what Max's 19th win of the season.
Yeah,
Mm.
I
Because
forgot
Perez
to
has already got P2 from
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yeah, he clinched it.
And
didn't
his 54th. which
Yeah.
would
Oh,
put
yeah,
him up
exactly.
Breaking
probably-
records.
Could put him
What
up
was that?
Vettel.
3-4 races ago, we were talking about Hamilton potentially,
Hamilton.
overtaking Perez
Oh, okay, right.
in
yeah,
the constructors.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he?
And now, yeah,
Yeah. Well, let's not have Max get his whatever it is win.
19th.
54.
19th of the
19th
season.
of the season, yeah.
We don't need it,
Bro,
guys.
It could have
Let's-
been. It could have
You
been
know
20.
what? You know what we need? We need like a Pierre Gasly win to like bring the community together
That'd be
again.
Out of
Great.
everyone you could have chosen, why Gasly?
Because I just remembered Monza,
Okay,
the Monza
fair.
he won. My
Fair.
brain was just like,
So
who?
great.
I would much rather have like an Oscar Piastri or a
Oh,
Lando
same,
Norris
but I
win.
just
I don't
remembered
want
I
Pierre
just want-
Alonso on
Gasly.
there.
I want,
Alonso,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay.
I want
Yeah.
Leclerc to get his win.
Same.
He deserves it, honestly.
I want a Lewis Hamilton win.
But I don't see unless something happens to Max,
Yeah.
even if Leclerc gets pole or
Mhm.
anyone else for that matter. I feel like Max will just win
Hey,
Abu Dhabi.
you never know.
honestly.
People who don't deserve to win Abu Dhabi can win it. We've seen it before, guys.
That has happened. But then again,
who?
Max.
Like, who are you thinking of?
I'm thinking about Max
Oh,
Verstappen.
okay. I thought you were thinking of some underdog.
No,
No, it's
sorry.
Not someone who,
21.
not someone fighting for the championship.
I've
But
just got a dunk on.
The look on my face right now. No, but then Max has won the last 3 Abu Dhabi Grand Prix,
Mhm.
so.
Look, you never
Wait,
know
he
when an
has?
engine's gonna
Yeah.
break.
Fair
yeah,
enough.
but
Yeah.
is
Fair
it
enough.
gonna break? I mean,
Look,
I'm not
hear me
so
out, guys. Valtteri Bottas to win in Abu Dhabi.
No way. I mean, to be fair,
Not in that
I
car.
love the Alfa Romeo livery for
Oh,
Las
yeah.
Vegas. That was
It
really,
was
really
re-
nice.
The
The
special liveries and the special helmets were
I love.
stunning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
they
like
were quite
one-off. I don't know the logistics behind it, but I like.
I
I
like
like
one-off
them.
liveries.
I like them.
And I
the
love-
Ferrari one wasn't that bad.
I
A
like
bit of white.
Ferrari,
It was
yeah.
kind of cool.
I like
Pretty
the
good.
Ferrari one.
Yeah.
I think the Alpha Tauri was the best one there.
It was a nice
AlphaTauri,
one.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah, yeah.
I loved
And
all
Ricardo's
the,
helmet was cool.
Yeah, I really
Yeah.
liked Lance
like-
Stroll's helmet.
I liked
actually.
Ocon's.
Yeah.
Was it just Deadpool? Yeah.
Deadpool helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's sick.
that
that's
was really,
sick.
really nice.
I'm trying to remember
Um,
all the
Is
helmets.
McLaren gonna come back for this last race?
Nah. No,
No.
maybe. I don't know.
They're
I
bad at
just
this
said
race as
nah.
well.
Nah.
No, I think they'll be all right, but maybe.
I think
I think
Aston
Ferrari's going to be
Martin's-
worse.
Yeah. Really?
Well, yeah.
Probably.
okay.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
just pointing out real quick.
They've
have
been
you
too
seen
good.
the,
They've been too good recently.
Yeah, you were saying.
Something.
have you seen the rumours of Ferrari not competing in the Abu Dhabi because of financial issues?
What?
What?
Really?
It came up this morning. There was like some talk about them not having like enough money to run the.
No
Abu
shot.
Dhabi.
Ferrari not having enough money. What?
That's crazy.
I can't remember the exact thing, but I did see they were.
This is what happens when
talking
rich
about it.
people get a budget.
That's
It's like the cost caps come in and
Yeah.
Ferrari doesn't know how to act.
Yeah.
But I mean, this
That's
is.
insane.
This
I think it's all caused by the drainage cover, guys.
Yeah.
I think
But-
it's all caused by Carlos Sainz.
it is important for Ferrari because they're 4 points between them with
Oh, yeah.
Mercedes in the
Is it really that close
constructors.
now?
Yeah.
Damn.
So, second in the constructors, I'm pretty sure is pretty important, guys. So
Yeah.
Mm.
It is, yes.
So
Well,
it is
hopefully they
important for
make
them.
it to Abu Dhabi. I imagine they will.
I think
They
so.
should
It would
do.
be a bit of a joke if Ferrari couldn't show up to Abu
Exactly.
Dhabi.
Yeah. And someone like Williams or Haas made it.
Yeah. That somehow has been battling bankruptcy its whole existence,
Yeah.
but makes it when Ferrari, like Ferrari,
Yeah, the-
doesn't.
La Ferrari.
When does the next season always start?
It's
Like
normally
2024.
March.
Testing
April.
like March time, right? And then first
I
race
think it's
around.
starting a bit earlier. Hold on. let
Oh,
me
of
check.
course it
Because
is.
there's so
I'd hope
many.
so.
It
Better
always
for us.
Yeah.
because there's
better.
more.
Not better for my soul.
But,
I hate the long seasons.
Yeah,
know they say-
29th
Hmm.
February is Bahrain.
Ooh, that's fun.
20th
February.
of February.
Yeah.
That's early.
That is early,
is early.
guys.
Mhm.
Oh, well, that's good for us. It means we get livery reveals in January.
Yay.
I always love
Ooh.
them.
I love livery reveals. To be
Yeah.
fair.
Yep.
Where
Just
do
sit
you
there and be
always
like,
what?
"That
Like,
car's
where
not-"
do you see them? Like, I never know where to go.
Well,
Is
It's,
it
Oh, no,
it's
I'm
always
like-
on their
well,
YouTube.
YouTube
Yeah, they usually
streams,
stream
and
on
then
the YouTube,
some of them are
okay.
boring, so they just post them on Twitter.
Yeah.
exactly.
And you're like,
Sometimes
oh,
I just see it randomly on
Mm.
TikTok or something. I'm like, oh, that's
you
nice.
just say, oh, Red Bull, does your
Oh,
car
it's-
look the same as last
yeah,
year?
it's
Wow.
the exact same livery.
I swear, please make it like dark blue and gold this
Mm.
time.
Yeah,
Please.
yeah.
You know-
For who?
Oh, Red Bull.
You know what I've been
Mm.
saying about Ferrari for ages?
Mm.
Put some gold on your livery. You're Ferrari. You're the
Mhm.
only team that can pull off. Like, red and
Mm.
gold is a great colour scheme. Just do it.
Red, gold, and white.
Go
That'd
back
be
to
good.
Yeah, it'd be so cool.
Yeah.
That's true.
Or
Like-
just go back to the lighter red. I don't know.
Just
Yeah.
stop having like. What do they still have that weird green thing that they had for a hot set?
No.
No, that's
No,
not there.
that was
That was hideous.
That-
though.
that was the worst thing I ever saw on a
Yeah,
livery.
that was 2021. And oh my god, that was so
Oh
bad.
yeah,
So
I hope
bad.
McLaren just improves theirs. I don't want
Yeah.
just a block of orange.
yeah.
Have a bit of, it's the same with what we were saying with Ferrari with the gold. Like, don't add gold, but add some, a little accent color.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
no,
by
I'm,
the way,
I'm not a designer.
yeah, I mean,
but-
speaking of, sorry, this is like breaking
Nah,
news.
go
I
on.
saw this today morning.
Oh.
Alpha Tauri could be named Racing Bulls.
oh, I heard
Oh,
this.
hate
What?
it, hate it.
That's awful.
Racing
I heard,
Bulls.
I
You know
heard that
what?
they were gonna change names, or
Who-
maybe.
No,
That-
they were changing names.
This is
to-
Helmut Marko coming up with these shirts.
Yeah.
Racing Bulls.
Who is naming these?
That
things?
sounds like a really terrible name for
What
like
was
a
bad
Red
with-
Bull Junior program, but it's like the karting kids. It sounds
Exactly.
like something that 6-year-olds would call their team name
Yeah.
when they go karting.
Imagine Daniel Ricciardo saying I race for Racing Bulls.
Oh, it's awful.
That's
And
terrible.
What was bad with Toro Rosso? Like, I don't
Toro
know.
Rosso was fine.
Toro Rosso was really nice. Alpha Tauri, I don't mind Alpha Tauri.
AlphaTauri's
It's
fine. I mean, it's
okay.
just a brand name.
What,
Isn't
Yeah,
it?
what happened to Hugo Boss Alpha Tauri though?
I mean, they don't want to take the name of the first sponsor. I don't know why. It's
I
just-
think that'd be worse.
Hugo-
Hugo
Bruh.
Boss is Racing Bulls.
Hugo,
Oh.
nah, but Hugo Boss, that's kind of cool, bro. Imagine, imagine a little Gucci car, Balenciaga,
A Prada car.
Louis Vuitton.
Crocs.
Ooh.
Crocs
Yeah,
would
now
easily
you're
be
speaking
Haas.
my language.
I mean, that'd be cool.
Mhm.
A Gucci livery.
Yeah.
Just name
They
all-
should do. You know how? Bro, I was because last night I was just looking at shoes. They should do like, you have like collabs. You should do like a collab livery. Like
Yeah.
one-offs.
Oh
That'd
yeah.
be so cool.
That'd
like
be fun. Make
Yeah.
the F1 car look like a shoe.
I think.
That's not what you meant, but it's what I meant.
Yeah, fair enough.
That'd be
I
cool.
think they don't collab with designers anymore since
Mm.
that Monaco race. I think Matthew will remember in 2007. I think where Jaguar put a diamond in their
Yeah,
front
yeah,
wing,
yeah.
Yes.
And it got lost.
and then it got lost.
Because
Yeah.
of course it did.
So I think they have PTSD from that. But
Yeah.
Well, to be fair, who's stupid enough to put a what's it, 100 mil
Yeah,
diamond on the front
diamond.
of it?
Apparently Jaguar.
Jaguar. Yeah. And that's probably why they're not in F1 anymore.
They're still trying to recover from it.
Yeah.
They've never financially recovered.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of, just
Yeah.
a random tangent, what are your guys' favourite liveries from this season? We're wrapping up the season. We can do fun stuff.
Yeah.
we can. Yeah, that reminds me of what we should do for the final episode. Just like fun stuff.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
favorite livery. Honestly, I don't really pay too much attention or remember too many.
Mm-hmm.
I think there was like, what was that, McLaren one time where it was like, more, or Williams. I like it when Williams go back to like the sort of more OG Williams colours. I
Mm.
like that. I can't, I remember with them, yeah, so I like that. I don't know.
I think I liked McLaren's Triple Crown livery the best in Monaco.
Yes.
Yeah.
That was
that
good.
white, orange, and black.
Yeah, I like when
I
McLaren
liked
does
that.
white as well.
That McLaren Gulf livery was pretty dope.
Gulf-
Oh, yeah, the
Didn't
Golf
Williams
one
do
was-
golf this year?
Yeah,
Williams
Williams
in
did do
golf.
golf.
Yeah, yeah.
But my brain
Yeah,
only
the
remembers
white
the McLaren
just
one.
looks nice with the
Mm.
little orange. Oof.
Exactly. Golf always looks nice.
Yeah.
But then I was desperate to see that white Red Bull but then
Yeah,
we
all the-
haven't
all
seen
the
Oh,
it.
the
It's
white
terrible,
Red
this
Bull
shit.
is
We
nice.
haven't seen it for 2 years now, and I'm yeah.
Oh, why is everything in white just so nice? Nah, McLaren should definitely do some like white with orange accent. I think that would. Look
I think their
sick.
next car has to be either just like throwback to the white and red.
Who's like
Oh, yes.
white? Alpha Tauri.
Yeah.
Haas.
A bit of Haas.
Yeah, Haas kind of like black more than white.
Mercedes could be white if they wanted to, but I don't think they will.
I don't think they
No.
will. No.
I loved that the 2020 Mercedes, the black Mercedes.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
so
yeah.
cool.
2020, yes.
That
Mhm.
was so good.
So nice. It was
Yeah.
good.
I think I mean Mercedes has tried everything: the silver arrows, the black arrows, and
Mm.
nothing's working for them. So.
I don't
I
think
li-
the colour's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, I like the black Mercedes. You know,
Yeah.
silver's pretty iconic, but
Yeah, black looks
black's
nice.
cool.
What
I
about
mean-
what about the pink Alpine?
Oh no! Oh, no! No!
It's like
No!
You know what
I
we
don't know
need
what's
on
worse, the pink or the orange of McLaren.
Yeah.
I don't
You know
know.
what we need?
It looks like the delivery driver for Baskin Robbins.
Literally, we need a purple car on the grid.
Oh,
Oh, that'd be good. Purple and black.
The fact that there's not been a
It's 'cause
purple
our,
car
it's our
in
thumbnail,
ages.
bro. It's purple.
Yeah,
Purple. Yeah.
Purple would be cool.
That would
Mercedes
work.
could easily rock a purple livery.
yeah, because
They
it's like
could.
Lewis Hamilton's colour.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Well, it's not, but it is.
Yeah.
A little one-off livery of like purple,
Red
neon
Bull
yellow.
would fit
Yeah.
purple pretty well
Mm.
too.
But that would be a
To
bit
be
of a
fair,
dub
we
on George.
we kind of saw purple with Red Bull's Vegas Vegas livery.
Mm.
It
Yeah.
wasn't. I mean, it was like a throwback to the Infinity livery that Red Bull had. But yeah, it was still pretty good. I like
Mm.
that.
I have a. This is wow. I have a Hot Wheels that's purple.
Whoa!
It's a Formula E Hot Wheels, and it's purple and a little bit see-through and glittery.
Whoa!
And some teams should do that because it looks
Yeah.
very pretty. Like,
We'll put glitter on their car.
just
Yeah.
yep. Why is there no
Or
glitter
like-
on these cars?
I'm calling Honor right now. Hold on.
I liked you know Renault's like yellow and black. That was
Yeah.
quite
Oh,
nice.
Yeah.
that
I
was
feel like there's not
nice.
enough like proper variation at the
Exactly.
moment. Like, where is the
There's
yellow?
a lot of
Where
there's
is
a
the
lot of
purple?
similar stuff which annoys me when I'm looking
Mm.
like, is that a Haas? Was that an Alfa
Yeah.
Romeo? Or is that an Alfa Tauri?
Like,
Well,
say-
Haas is getting rebranded, aren't they? So
Really?
they
Yeah.
might change.
So please make it purple.
Family.
Actually, I don't want to. I don't like Haas. I don't want it to be the purple one.
Uh-huh.
Maybe when Andretti come in, they might
Yeah.
throw a
But
good colour on.
Andretti are normally like boring.
Boring.
Because
Mm.
they're then they're American. They're gonna be red, white, and blue.
I can't
It
actually remember
has
what
to
their
be.
colours are in IndyCar.
I watch
Andretti.
IndyCar and I should really know this. I don't know.
Uh,
IndyCar change their liveries all the time. It confuses my small brain. But they're
Oh,
going to
no,
be
it's
red, white,
showing
and
me a
blue.
yellow
'cause they're gonna
car.
be-
Yeah, Andretti is red and yellow. It's
Ooh,
the
yeah.
DHL sponsor.
Oh yeah,
so-
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But
That
if-
could
if-
be quite nice.
It'll
on an
depend
F1
if they
car.
bring over the DHL sponsor.
That
it
would
might
be
alright.
cool. I would
Mm.
love
Yeah.
that actually.
I quite like the
That's
DHL
kinda
cars.
cool.
I don't know how I feel. It reminds me of ketchup and mustard.
Yeah, a
Yeah.
bit, but
Yeah, but at
And
least
it's
it's out
very
there.
American.
Yeah.
I kind of like it. True,
Yes,
it's
true.
very,
Very
you know,
true.
Americans like very like out there.
But
you know.
I do wonder whether they're just going to go with like America and
Yeah.
make it like red, white, and blue.
It's so
Just a big
boring.
flag.
Red, white, and
I
blue
mean,
are like the
especially,
norm.
especially with Cadillac as the engine supplier, it
Yeah.
doesn't get more American.
And they're gonna try and get American drivers on.
Surely Sargent
At
for
least.
Cadillac.
100%.
Mm. I want them to bring an IndyCar driver over. I just think
Yeah.
it'd be fun.
Like
Who's the
Colton
who's the
Herta.
McLaren one?
Oh, Pato Award, but he's not
Yeah.
American, so
Pato,
no,
yeah.
it doesn't really work. He's Mexican, so I mean, I'd love it, but
Mm.
Yeah,
I also think he's pretty tied to McLaren at this point. to be
that's
fair.
true.
Like, if he's coming to F1, it would be through McLaren, which I also don't see happening. But,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
a Colton Herta to F1 would be fun.
Hmm.
That's just my opinions, but I like IndyCar.
We'll see. Maybe next
Maybe.
season. You never know.
Mayhaps.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Because we got silly season coming in December as well, so
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
a bunch of rumours.
Oh yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Everything's gonna go crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Speaking of, I mean, sorry, just one last note.
Go on, bro.
I was watching the Braun GP documentary that just dropped.
I was
with-
gonna watch
with
Oh,
that.
I
I
need
Keanu
to
haven't
see
seen it
that.
yet.
It's so good.
Is
I would
it?
highly recommend it. It's so good.
Get
Yeah.
that to my watch list.
Mhm.
Yeah, I need to watch it. And wasn't there like a Ferrari thing? I saw like something. I think it's gonna be on Netflix or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, Ferrari movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I don't know
But that's
what
not
exactly.
F1 related.
Is it not? That's
No,
boring,
it's
then.
Just
Ferrari
cars.
I'll still watch it on repeat. But
Yeah, but you're a car guy.
yeah, thanks.
Wait, has that got like episodes like the Braun one? Like how many episodes has that got?
The Braun GP?
Yeah,
Yeah, it has 4 episodes.
Oh,
of
okay.
an
That's
hour
alright.
each. Yeah. But it's
Okay.
really good. Like the quality is
Yeah.
amazing.
It's like watching that YouTube series, but actually with
Yeah.
production.
That'd be like
And
that-
Keanu Reeves is in it.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
you know that one. You know how Sky F1 just replays their really small bits in between races and stuff. I
Right.
don't know if anyone else has sat and watched like Sky F1 on like a Wednesday.
Mhm.
But they just replay all their small clips, and there's one that's like the history of Braun, and I think I've seen it about 20 times in my life. So it'll be like watching that, but good.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't know
I was
why.
gonna watch that,
That's
but
such a,
I haven't
that's
seen
such
it
a
yet.
tangential reference. I'm so sorry.
That's good though. That's what we can watch before we while we wait for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix.
Yeah.
A little segue
Yeah.
into ending the podcast, but next race Abu Dhabi. I don't have any expectations really. I'm just I'm sort of. I don't
I'm
know
sure
if
some cars will go around the track.
Yeah, I don't want to say I'm over the season,
There
but sort
will
of
be
like
a pit stop.
yeah. We'll see
Mhm.
what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe Max wins and increases his crazy
Mm.
record this season. Who
Yeah.
knows?
I just
but
wanted to finish his 1,000 laps led in a single season.
How
and
many
he
is-
How many's away?
I'm not sure, but I think he needs 3/4 of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix race.
Mm.
That's
Mm.
easy enough.
So
Mm.
yeah.
Oh, I hate Max fans. That's easy enough. Yeah. Some of our favourite drivers have never led a race. Okay, guys.
Wait, so this season 1,000 laps led.
1,000
my-
laps led.
That's insane.
That is insane. But
Yeah.
that's only sort of like.
Nearest competitors 27
Is
laps.
that with sprint races as well?
I think so. Should
Yeah, that's
Fake statistics.
only
fake
doable with
statistics.
like these
Yeah.
last couple of seasons. But
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be back next week with the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Like I said, not too many expectations, but we'll see. Maybe exciting.
You never know when you're going to get a banger because
Yeah.
something insane happens. To be
Yeah,
fair,
2021.
that was not a banger.
It wasn't.
that was
Nah,
a,
that
that
was
was a
best day of my life.
traumatic incident.
Max did
Best day of my
win.
life then.
Same. I was crying that day.
I was crying that day.
Wrong reason though.
Yeah.
Look. I spoke about that to my therapist.
Well, unless anyone else wants to say anything, I guess
Nah,
I'll
we're
end
good.
it there.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for listening. Like I said, we'll be back next week, and goodbye everyone.
Goodbye.
Cheers.
Yeah,
See you
see you
later.
then.